In a world with entirely too many shows about cars, this is another pointless automotive podcast.
Ooh, hello, everybody. That includes you, Chadwick. You are, everybody.
Was that a
How are
Lost
you?
reference?
Yes, I believe that's Crankshaft.
I think it was Drive Shaft, by the
Drive.
way.
You're right. It was Drive Shaft.
But
Crankshaft is what I did when their
yeah,
band
yeah.
came on stage because they were
I don't
like,
know about any wizard named Harry, but I got a Hogwarts.
Yeah.
So that's fun. The guy who has never seen an episode of anything comes
Hey.
off the rip with a Lost reference.
Yes.
Dude, okay.
You
Highly
are
topical,
everybody.
bro. Glad I got that though. Not Penny's
Yeah.
boat. Okay, continue.
Exactly. Yeah. Anywho, yeah, one day we'll just evolve this podcast into just like a pop culture media podcast, just so I
boy.
can be lost at sea for so much of it.
Oh,
But the bits I'll get. That's absolutely unequivocally not what we're doing here today.
Nope.
Maybe you read the title of what this episode is about. I don't know. But we're gonna play. It's not even a game. We're just gonna give some opinions that I have. Chadwick's going to have some opinions. We have not compared notes here, and we are going to discuss peak Lexus.
Oh.
What is peak Lexus? When was peak Lexus, moreover, and why? And I have an opinion. You might have an opinion. I'd be really curious. We've done this in the past on like Mitsubishi. We did it on Volvo. We're now doing this on Lexus. And the first two times we've done this, we've kind of organically, effectively ended up in the same spot.
Same spot, yeah.
I don't know if we're going to do the same this time. I'm genuinely curious because there's a lot of good possible answers, I think, for this one.
There's a lot of good Lexus.
There was kind of one.
Yeah.
Lexus has made very good things kind of since day one.
Yeah, Lexus has remained relevant in the automotive landscape, unlike
Yes.
Mitsubishi, let's be honest. Do you want to do the countdown again? The 3, 2, 1, say a year?
Like 3, 2, 1 year.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do it. You ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
2003.
2018. Oh.
Wow. That is
15-year gap.
By far the biggest delta we've had to deal with at this point. Dude, what?
I think these are both defensible answers.
Oh, let's let the audience, also the jury, decide on that one.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Dude, come at me
I'm
with
far more modern than you are.
You
probably far more modern than anyone would have anticipated.
No, I did not anticipate that answer. Who shall shoot first?
Oh boy. I feel like there's some sort of biscuit involved for us to figure this out. I'm not sure. But boy,
cookie.
how about we do this? Why don't you? So you said 2003. I said
Correct.
2018. Do you want to read off? Why don't let's do this. Let's go in chronological order. Why don't you go first?
You have completely frozen with the most interesting look on your face. I am here. I'm looking at a frozen
Have you
Frank.
disappeared
you came
into
back.
the night.
Nope. Now you're lagged.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, we can snip some of this out. Technical difficulties. What I had said, what happened was, what was the last thing you heard from me?
So I heard you, and then I could hear your audio still, even though your video had freezed. We're actually going to switch the Patreon to pay your internet bill, my friend. That's the new Patreon subscription package.
Hey. Oh, I'm going to do live and direct. But no, why don't we do this? I'm going to do, hold on. While you're talking, I'm going to troubleshoot on the fly. What I had suggested was, 90 MPS down.
That's not good.
Let's see what the upload is. But what I was saying was
that's horrible.
No, 90.
Yeah, it's not good.
90 is pretty good.
I think mine's like 600.
Sure it is. It's fine. 90's fine.
Hey,
600.
Yes.
Let's see. Your internet connection is very fast. That's what it says. That's what the Google machine is telling me.
Excellent.
18 up. 18.8 up.
That's a lot up.
So yeah, you got to get up to get down.
It's a baker's dozen.
It is. More? I don't
Certain
know.
bakers.
Depends on the size of the baker.
You want to trade shots? to defend our points?
We can trade shots. I was gonna suggest maybe we go in chronological order because you said
Let's do
2003.
it. Cool. I'll say it, and then we can both agree. But so 2003,
What do we got?
Lexus.
What were they up to in 03?
Here's the entire Lexus landscape in
Yes.
the year of our Lord 2003. 2
Mhm.
years after the year we'll never forget. I always try to make a reference that I can to the Two Towers. ES300.
It's my favorite Lord of the Rings movie.
They hit another tower. ES300 at the time. Camry-esque, totally reliable, approachable luxury offering from Lexus. Bread and butter car. Great car. There's going to be nothing bad in this lineup.
03 was the it was
before
the second year of the kind of blobby catfishy one, right?
Yes, before they went to the 330, which is my least favorite, by the way.
Well, it's the same car but with the different motor.
Yeah, I like the styling changed subtly too.
No, I think it's the same. I think it's that same styling.
They changed
the melty catfish one.
Someone will tell you they had chrome, one didn't. Someone will tell you the brake lights have changed.
Sure.
Trust me, they will correct you. The GS, which could be had with your choice of 2JZ inline 6 or V8, 4.3 V8. You can't lose with either of those, in my opinion. I think that
all-world engine.
03 GS is probably my favorite of the GS offerings, to tell you the truth. I think both of those engines you win, to tell you the truth too, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you lose.
Yeah, as far as like reliability, maybe not efficiency, but everything else possible.
Great looking car. How about an IS300 with a manual 2GZ? That's still doable in 03, which is a cool
second
car.
JZ has it. Sorry.
Yeah, we're going to keep with that
on.
theme. Instrument cluster, probably the best execution of an artistic looking instrument cluster in an attainable car of all time. Sticky dash aside, those IS300 manuals are fucking wonderful.
Cool.
And besides the IS250 that later came, that was kind of anemic and not as cool. The last good Lexus manual offering, right? So that's a big hit. IS300 Sport Cross.
Yeah.
Cool. Automatic only, but still same motor. Cool car.
The only Lexus wagon
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. And a pretty
cool
cool
wagon,
car.
It's a Sport Cross.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's extendo hatch. But these things are pretty rare too. Like, I didn't know how rare they are because I often see them for sale. They are a pretty fucking rare Lexus product. LS 430, probably the best LS ever made. As an all-round,
I understand the argument, but as a luxury sedan product, I think it's the most honest to what it is, and it does what it seeks out the best.
I think the 400, the original, is probably my favorite, but I think as a car, the 430 is a better all-around, like a near perfect actual sedan, right?
Yeah.
The 460 had some foibles, right, with its design and its engine and some other issues there. Still very nice, but there's something about that. LS 430 was the sweet spot, which I don't think they'll ever be able to revisit, right? Like, just
the faux performance. I mean, they killed off the LS, so yeah.
Yeah,
it's gonna be hard
of course. I would take it over a 460 for reliability. I think they use the engine and that the FE is just it's so good. It's such a good car. It's just a good car, like, all around. Can't argue that one. The SC 430 was still going hot in its second year. Lexus's first convertible. They called it a sports. Yeah. Yes, sir.
I suppose you're right. Yeah.
It's a sports tourer. It's more of a grand tourer than a sports car, but it definitely has the suspension of a sports car because that has a very rough suspension. It's a weird car.
I think to its detriment, but
it's kind of a lost in genre car, but like, and obviously famously ripped apart by Jeremy Clarkson, a la Top Gear fame. I like these cars a lot. I think these cars, first off, cool tech platform. Like, all the top is just wildly an engineering marvel, really, when you think about it. I think the interiors were exceptionally well made on these. With all the different types of woods you can get, and the leather held up really good. Just really
beach edition.
Everything hides, like coach edition. Everything hides behind a screen, like a veneer, which I fucking love that touch. I don't know. these were very expensive cars. They were 60 plus K new, which was a
Yeah.
lot of money in 2002, 2003. But I think now when you score one for $8,000, you're getting a hell of a fucking slab of car for that
You
price point.
are. It's funny because I spent some time with one with the expectation in my mind of
Uh-oh.
like, oh, these are actually goofy, but actually pretty good,
Hmm.
actually. And that actually wasn't my takeaway. My
Hmm.
takeaway was that it's not a fatally flawed car because it's
Not at all.
still well built. It's still obscenely reliable.
Yeah.
Um, but I thought it did too much of the sporting stuff where it should have done some of the luxury stuff, and then it did some of the luxury stuff where if it was going to try and do the sporting stuff, it was, as you said, it was lost in genre. It was
Yep.
it was
That's what
it was
happened.
this weird kind of middle child, and it felt a little convoluted. Which, if it was like stunningly pretty, it probably could have gotten away with, but it very much is not.
I think it's
Um,
very interesting. I think from
it's
design,
interesting,
a
but it's
Lexus
not.
design, it's very interesting. And with the top up, it is a totally coupe looking car. Like they did a great job incorporating that roof line. I would argue still, like
Genitals,
regardless, was it
genitals.
what?
I would say generally and genitally,
Oh, yeah,
interesting to look at,
very
not
interesting.
pretty.
But dude, this is you can
It's
score
the
and
genitals of the car world.
fair enough. Well, there's some good looking genitals out there. But I would say an SC430, looking at it in a vacuum, it's a very interesting car. I think it's a very
Sure.
cool car.
Yes.
Just
I
broad
don't hate them,
strokes.
to be clear.
Broad strokes for different folks, right? Like, let's go rear
Some
wheel
people are into
drive.
pie plates. Some people are into whatever
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
into.
The little Necco like wafers. So the it's rear wheel drive, convertible, V8, Toyota powertrain,
Mhm.
luxury car.
Iconic wheel though. As much as I don't like the pie plate wheels,
I like the
they
pie
are
plates.
kind of iconic.
Yeah,
Like I
no,
don't.
it's a cool fucking car. But anyway, you could get one of those. That was on the table. The next one, absolute certified heavy hitters in the halls of history of old sweet Lexus, the
Mhm.
GX 470,
Yes,
Land Cruiser Prado. You could get
yes.
yourself a great, a
First
gr-
generation GX here,
yeah,
stateside.
yeah,
Well, and
absolutely.
generally because it was a stateside product. But
Yeah,
yeah.
correct. LX 470. So if you wanted your 100 series Land Cruiser with a bit more opulence and
Hmm.
the four headlight design, which looks still really fucking good.
Hmm.
I've owned I've owned a lot of these. So I've owned the
Yeah.
GX 470 and LX 470. I love them. I think those are world beating SUVs any way you look
Mhm.
at it. Those things are absolutely monstrous value and an
Yes.
excellent vehicle all around. I think in
I can.
'03,
It.
I think
I think
everything I named
value. I don't know if they're an excellent value.
right now, right now they are.
I mean, like
Well, I don't know. I think
I
a
think you
family
end up
bought a
paying the
GX.
Toyota tax a little bit. Like compare. Okay, it's an excellent value
Ooh,
compared to a
ooh.
100 series Land Cruiser because the prices on those are pretty elevated, and I
Yeah,
think
that's gone up.
rightfully so.
Also owned. Mhm.
But like, and so like, okay, you can get the nicer one for comparable money.
Mhm.
Okay, well, in that respect, I suppose it's a good value. But like, I don't. It's absolutely not a value play. I think it is I think the 100 series is the best Land Cruiser, um, ever made. Hat tip to the FJ40.
I'd argue 80's pretty fucking close, but yeah, go ahead. The 80's real
Yes,
close for off-road credentials and just
it's a better
absolute
off-road thing, but I think for the extreme majority of
mall
the
crawlers, 100
extreme
series.
majority, not a mall cry. I wouldn't call it. It was
But
funny
90% of them
when
were
it
mall
came out.
crawling.
When it came out compared to the 80 series, it was like, oh, they got rid of they put IFS up front. What is
Yes,
this? I can't cross the frozen tundra of
90% of those
whatever.
100 series Land Cruisers were indeed mall crawlers for sure, though.
90% of 80 series Land Cruisers were too, though.
Ooh, I don't think
If
so.
we're being honest, yes,
I
they
think
have
they
400. They have 400,000 miles of Cheerios and soccer cleat stains,
Slurpee
which is
stains.
fine. That's what these things do, and that's why they went to IFS because it makes for
It's a better
the
ride.
on road dynamics are far better.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
long story short is I agree. I don't know. I agree with everything about that
03?
particular truck, an 03. I'm an 05 to 07 truther, but an
Oh, what are you, a
03
VVTI guy?
I am. Yes, yes.
Both the ones I owned were VVTI, except for
They're great.
my Land Cruiser was a 98, which had the
Yeah.
selectable rear locking diff, which was a bonus back then.
Yeah.
Can I just say for the record,
100
LX
series is great.
450 is my favorite. The original LX.
It's hard to argue with that. It is funny though, the delta between the LX 450 and the Land Cruiser of the same era is basically the grille.
Yeah.
Like it's the same
Yep.
truck. At least by the time you got to the 100 series, they tried to mix it up a little, right?
A little.
Yeah. It was a nicer thing.
But anyway, I think
good truck,
I think the highlight of this list is all of it. Every one of those vehicles I named, dude, has been well received and is still considered a great vehicle. I think this was peak Lexus because this is when Lexus wasn't trying to look sporty or hard edged or matched everything else on the road. They had this opulence, this stateliness about their design. The interiors of this quality, of this period, are the quality that I would kill for in a modern Lexus. Modern Lexus feels kind of cheap inside. It's more
depends on the Lexus.
It does. Yeah, of course we can go,
UX 250 or whatever.
Right, is absolute garbage and plasticky. Whereas, like, I don't know, an LC is really nice. It's like very, very nice. But then again, too, like an ES 300 versus an LX 470 is a little different too. But the leathers they use, the soft touch materials, just a higher quality during this period. So I'm gonna put my hand down on the table and say 03 Lexus is absolute, non-questioned. Usurpers be punished.
Wrong.
Peak Lexus. Let's hear. What are you going to come at me with? Let's hear your modern.
First off, your ES 300, that is the XV30 generation, the catfishy one, I would say is the worst ES of the run. Period.
Maybe not reliability wise.
No, they're reliable. I think they had some like questionable transmission things, but for the large part, they were reliable. Profoundly unattractive car.
Sure.
Still a good car, but just like deeply ugly.
What's the ugliest Lexus product?
It might be that car.
No. What's the hybrid that came?
The HS250H.
I think the ugliest Lexus product.
I think the pre-facelift.
Fuck no, dude.
Is yes.
There is nothing redeemable about an HS. Like the horrible fuel economy compared to the CT. It looked horrible. The economy wasn't that great. They only made them for 2 or 3 years for good reason.
Real quick, because we have apparently this episode has a very unfortunate theme, and so I looked up this generation of ES 300. Which then became the ES 330 in 04. There's a note in here on the Wikipedia about this that is thematic to this unfortunate theme that we've stumbled into. And the note says, the catalog photos of the Japanese spec XV30 series with Wyndham, which is what they called it there, were shot on location in New York City, United States. The original owner's manual included a photo of the automobile with the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in the background. However, the Twin Towers were destroyed in the September 11th attacks. Big if true. Which occurred less than a month after the model's JDM launch. Within a month of the attacks, Toyota issued a revised owner's manual, this time with the Twin Towers digitally erased.
Wow. Dude, it's like that Skynyrd album with the fire in the background and there's one without. We should get the owner's manual photo. One without, one with.
Yeah, exactly. You've got that, or you've got
Dude, what kind of flex is that if you're selling your car and you're like, I got the 2 tower photo in mind?
Well, right? There was a rap album. I don't remember who did it. Was it Wu-Tang? I don't remember who it was. But there was a rap album where like there was like a plane crashing into the Twin Towers on the cover.
Dude,
and they had to like, whoop, we can't we got to leave that shit on the cutting room floor now.
Well, there was a Spider-Man movie too where they edited it out of the background.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Big spider energy.
He could melt steel beams, too soon.
Yes. And when I say big spider energy, I don't mean Ariana Grande. Okay. 2018 is absolutely, inarguably the better option. So let me just run down what we're running with here.
Let's hear it
in Lexus country. We're starting again with the ES, right? The good old Lexus ES. This is the
350?
What is this? The 350, and then you also got the 300H. So this was the very last generation, the very last year of that. I guess it's 6th generation. ES. So yes, you still got the standby V6 ES300.
Mhm.
Wonderful. By this time it had come off of the Camry platform
Yep.
and was now on the bigger Avalon platform.
Yeah, that's
Longer
right.
wheelbase, a little squishier, a little softer, a little bit harder to park. But
Mm.
you could get the 300H, which is like, you want all your ES comforts and squishiness and you don't care about speed because you're buying an ES. Well,
Mhm.
now you're getting like nearly 40 miles a gallon. So
And less trunk
Chef's kiss.
space. It's awesome.
Less trunk space, and if you need to have your 15 golf clubs, golf bags or whatever, then just burn some gas. Just get the 350. You also have still the IS. So you get the IS 300, you can get the IS 350, various F Sport trims. I
Yeah,
think you can get the in 18 you can still get the
I don't think the 250 manual was still around. I
the
think that was
250 manual wasn't, but the ISF was, right?
which never came in a manual.
Never came in a manual, but or no, you could not. By 18 you could not. The ISF was dead and it
That
came
was
back later as the 500.
Yeah, it was 08 and then 11 and 12 came back as like a facelift.
12.
Yep.
Yeah, but it didn't make it to 18. Which is fine because if you want that same V8, which is I will argue that V8 LFA aside is the best engine maybe Toyota has ever built.
Oh,
In stock form, right? Like 2JZ, okay.
2JZ.
2JZ, but like that's for
22R.
That's fuckboy motor shit. Dude, it's reliable. That's all that motor has.
Right. Any UZFE.
Correct. Those are great motors. This is a better, like a high revving NA V8 with nearly 500 horsepower by Lexus, which should not be. If you look at 2003 Lexus, you would have not predicted that this engine would be one of the last NA luxury V8s on the market. It came out in that 08 IS. It's still being sold in the flagship Lexus.
Dude, they rocked. Lexus is a company that rocked tape decks to
Yes.
2008, my friend.
God it shines upon them for it. But yeah, so this is still the same IS, that IS 350 that in my mind anyways is largely unchanged since 05, 06
Yeah.
when the IS 350 came out, which was kind of a revelation.
The 350 was around for 20 years. It's fine.
It's a great car and
It's
they
a
can
great
get
motor.
away with it. And they still sell them. It's a great motor. Is a car long in the tooth? Absolutely. This is an 18. It was long in the tooth then. It's long in the tooth now. Well, the IS is gone now, but that motor and everything's still around. You had this is now the final generation GS, which is a great car. The GS, you can get the GS 350. You could still get the hybrid. You could still get the 450H, but most importantly, you get the GSF.
Yes.
Which fucking rules. Those cars are so nice.
So cool.
The interiors are, you mentioned how there are some modern Lexuses that aren't great. Hat tip to the new GX, the 550. They're decent. They're not Lexus of yesteryear.
No.
These GSF cars, these GS cars are very, very nice. End of an era. It sucks that the GS is dead. But I would say with the GSF, that last generation might not be my favorite GS. I think the second generation is. But it's the best. And I think it's inarguably the best GS.
Oh, I think a GS 430 beats it.
Well, in that case, get the GS 460. Get that third generation one.
Don't like that motor as much, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a really good motor. You got the Valley pan gasket thing, but otherwise.
Sure. Which is a pain in the dick.
You had the beginning of the end of I think it was the first year of the final run LS. So you had the LS 500, which was a twin turbo V6, and then you could also get the hybrid version. And why I picked 18 specifically is the LC. The first year of the LC.
Yeah, it's pretty.
500. Very, very special car. It's interesting when you have a mainstay manufacturer who's making a product, and everyone's reaction is, since the day it came out, was like, I might not be in a position to buy one, but this car is so fucking special, and in 30 years everyone will be talking about, like, oh, do you remember when that manufacturer made this incredible all around product, and how you can get one for, whatever under MSRP, and it's going to be a rarity, and it's an all-time beautiful machine with an all-time engine with incredible build quality from one of the highest and most respected and reliable manufacturers globally.
Yep.
Does that translate to sales? No, because it's a coupe.
I just
But
want to.
it's such a special
I
fucking
have
thing.
got to draw attention to the absolute irony of this man who, but mere weeks ago, was on a soapbox bashing Halo cars, and here he
Yeah.
is, the key, like, cornerstone of his whole argument is a Halo car right now.
What I'm saying is, I don't think the existence of the LC 500 is selling. What's the new replacement? What the UX 300H?
Oh,
I don't think somebody's going to go check out, or they see an LC and go, "Wow, that's a Lexus." Strap in, boys. I'm going to go buy an NX 250. Like, that's not happening. I think
it is a pretty thing when you see them at the dealer, though.
They're great. I don't
I
think
like them
they
in that
work
2018
for getting people into a showroom. I
like
think it's
them
an
in that.
all-time car, and I think they're beautiful, and I think they're kind of undervalued for what you get.
I agree with that statement. I like
When
them
the
in that.
average car is $58,000,
Sure. And they're like $125, right?
like fully loaded. I think a quote unquote base one is like low. That's like 105 or something, which is more money than I have to spend
with roll
on a
up
car.
windows. But the honey mustard yellow one is probably my color of choice if we're going back to 2018.
Such a good color palette.
But I love
There are
that
such
color,
good colors.
dude. I'd get that with like a silly, like light brown,
Sure.
like baseball glove interior or something to that effect. I think that is such a silly combo.
So I got to
Love it.
shoot a bespoke edition one, which is what they call. That's like their like pull out all the stops. You can pick any fucking color, interior materials, whatever. And it was originally ordered by a let's just say an automotive exec. And it was like a metallic black with matte black wheels, which would not be how I would have ordered it, but it was quite striking. And then the interior was like oxblood red inserts, like Alcantara or suede inserts, and then
So
black,
cool.
everything else black. What a drive! That car, chef's kiss, amazing machine. And that was launched in and guess what? Maybe you want that engine in a coupe, but you can't afford an LC. Good news, Lexus had your back in 2018 because you can get the RCF, which I know is kind of poo-pooed a little bit.
It is the handling, right?
Right, because it's a piecemeal car. It's got bits and bobs from the GS and the IS and whatever. I've never driven one, so I can't poo-poo
me
it.
either.
But like, I don't think if you want a pure handling car, I don't think you're buying that car.
No,
you buy that car because you want like a GT tourer that makes really good noises and is going to be reliable and is put together well.
Yeah, and it's not
has an
like
annoying trackpad.
It comes with an auto. You're not going to get like M3 stuff out of it, right? It's not. It's not a row your own track day special. I agree. It's more a Grand Tour, like a sportier, edged Grand Tour. I think the RCs have aged incredibly well. I saw an RC 350 F Sport, and it's sharp. It was like in that champagne color with a red interior. Great color combo.
Absolutely.
Good looking cars. I like them. I like how they look. I heard the handling dynamics are shit. It's like the early ISFs in 08. The suspension, if you've ever ridden in one of those, the suspension was so fucking brutal from the factory. Like, I'm not a guy to complain about suspension, but that thing crashed over everything. Sure. And that's why 11 and 12 are like, you could see a huge price increase because they reconfigured the entire suspension geometry. So
you're saying it rides like an SC 430?
For only 10 times the price.
Sure. But no, like, yeah, no, they're cool. Like, I've never driven one. I'd like to drive one. But they're great. Like, there are almost no manufacturers now that offer multiple coupes. I mean, Lexus in 03 didn't offer multiple coupes. Like, it's not something that is done. But they did it. There's also SUV land if that tickles your prostate. You had the NX, which is fine.
I hated
it's
that pointy
it's a product.
2018 with that pointy fucking
Spindle.
front end. Ugh.
Yeah, they were a little pointy. They're an
Oof.
okay thing. They're a little tight inside, tighter than you'd think when they
They
came
are.
with
They're
the
like
current generation one.
Rav4 minus. Yeah.
Yeah, they're tighter than a RAV4.
Mhm.
So they're fine. They're just disposable. The RX, good as ever. Just if you want that mid-size, boring but functional and
Yep.
squishy and nice and quiet.
I had a 2019, so almost exactly what you're describing.
Yeah, it's a
a
the
thing.
SUV version of an ES.
They're big
And
seller.
they do that really good.
That's what they were selling at the time. Like 40, I think on the review, I found the stats. It was like 40% of sold Lexuses in that 2018, 2019
I'm
were
sure
the RX,
I
which is an
100% was
insane
thinking that.
stat. Yeah.
Yeah. But what I like is this was towards the end of the run, but still in it and doing it. The end of the line of the GX, the V8 GX,
Yeah.
which I have a lot. I mean, I've got a lot of seat time in a pre-facelift GX 460. This would be like facelifted after the facelifted after the face. I mean, they made these trucks forever. And I know you and I have had discussions on the first gen versus second gen GX. These were still excellent trucks. And now that the new one is out, there's a lot of people that have like, oh, I traded my in for the new one, and I don't like the new one. Like,
Yeah.
I missed the V8.
The power plant options. Yeah.
Yeah, I missed the obscene build quality, towing, et cetera, et cetera. So, that was a very good product in that V8 GX. And then the LX. We're talking, this is the end of the run of the 200 series.
Yeah. Long in the tooth for sure.
Long in the tooth, but just like, it's funny. You say that the 80 series is like the best. I think the 100 series is the best. There's a lot of people that will die on the hill that the 200 series was the best Land Cruiser. I don't agree with that.
No.
I think they're a little bit too complex for my liking.
To be clear,
a little big. They're all big, but
I'm a 100 series truther. I own like I said, I've owned both the LX and the Land Cruiser, but I think the 80 series is the more pure, the purest form of Land Cruiser. I think that's the most like it's a rugged
series.
It's a rugged SUV.
Well, 70 series if we're being real, but
true. But there's something about the 80 series is so special. But yeah, 100 series is the best overall. Which could be had in 2003. Yeah. But yeah, go on.
But also, yeah, I mean, end run before it was killed off, and now we have the new one, the 250, which is, or honestly, since we're talking Lexus, the 600.
Yeah.
Which I've never been in one. By all accounts, they're pretty fucking opulent. But yeah, I'm going end run 200 series, end of the line V8 GX, couple of coupes, all world V8s, a far better ES than a 2003.
So funny.
I think flip a coin. You can maybe go with the original IS compared to the end run IS.
Sure.
GS, I think with the GSF is a superior product. I don't know. I think
I would daily
look
GS
at the offerings
for sure still. But remember, we're talking my list. 20-something years old.
Yeah.
And these things are still on the road doing well. Your list.
Oh, hell yeah.
20-something years later. Are we all still there?
I think most of them. I mean,
I don't think any of that technology is still there. I think those fucking already dated mouse touchpads are going to suck dick in 20-something years.
That's the thing. I think what I think Toyota does good and bad is exactly why everyone nobody liked that touchpad.
No, it was horrible.
Novel when it came out.
Yeah.
And then 18 months later, everyone was like, yeah, that's kind of novel, but it kind of sucks.
It certainly sucks.
And Lexus ran with that until an hour ago, effectively.
Yeah.
Why did they do that?
But they
do
did
it because it works and they know it's going to work.
They did add touchscreens, though.
They did.
So that helped a lot. That was way more intuitive. 2018, though, you had the touchpad, and that screen was non-interactive.
Yes. But if this was, if we're talking, this was Cadillac, I would have no faith in any of this shit working. But Lexus has proven since 1990, 91 that they're going to bring mostly modern, maybe modern minus, but it's going to fucking work. And it's going to work forever.
Fair.
And so there's nothing to say that that's not going to be the case here. Could be. I don't know.
But I think the backbone of my argument is mine's already proven. Like these '03 models are still. I can go buy a LS. I can go buy a GS 430 or a GS 300 right now and daily it, and it'll be excellent. We're 23 years down the road. So we're talking on your 20. What did you say? 2018. We're talking. A great deal in the future. I don't think we're going to reflect on those models with the same reflection we're having on these ones because I think we both agree that
I think we're going to reflect on them better.
I don't think absolutely not.
I think
no way. A GX 470, LX 470, which will still be on the road when we do your reflection for your 2018s. They're not going to hold up the same. There's no way, dude. Get out of here.
The LS, right? That 5.6 liter V8 has pretty fucking proven that it is a very reliable power plant. You look at all the Tundra stuff that's happening right now and why everyone is shitting their pants because the engines are eating themselves. It's because they no longer have that 5.6 in it that has proven itself to be super reliable. The 4.6 in the GX, is it as reliable
the
as
4.7 is the best.
2UZ?
Yeah.
No, because the 2UZ is, I would say, maybe the most... what you could argue is the most reliable engine in the history of the automobile.
Yeah, alien technology for sure.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
So
lizard people for sure.
If that's an A plus, the 4.6 is an A, right?
Not good enough.
Okay, let's do the ES300, the ES350.
Mm-hmm.
That motor was what came out like 2 years later from 2000. It's been around since 05.
Mm-hmm. They've tweaked
everything from Lotuses to whatever noble builds, like all kinds of shit.
So that part will be
very,
fine.
very, very reliable. The transmissions have proven to be reliable.
All the other technology is not going to allow those cars.
I'll hear the conversation on the hybrid stuff, but like, look at all the Priuses cruising around with 400,000 miles and being used as third world taxis. Like, what the newer cars do have is a screaming V8. An approachable Halo car, unlike the LFA. Like I was tempted to say in like 2012, but like LFA, like it's cool and all, but it failed when it came out. And like I like it and all, but the transmission's junk, and the styling is. I think the LC is a better car in a lot of respects. And I think in 20 years, or 20, let's do the math, 23 years. I think it will be looked at extremely positively. And I think with more reverence in the future, when we're not burning gas, we're burning babies or whatever, that this V8 and the coupe and the stuff that's being done right now will be looked at more fondly than we're looking back on 2003 Lexus right now. And I love that first gen IS. I love that. I love
the
those
GS,
cars, but I think
the LX, the GX,
the lineup and the specialness. Right. And
I don't see the longevity.
2018 still had those, but maybe a spicier flavor.
So many different like sensors and bespoke parts that are going to be hard to get in 20 something years, and they're all going to fail, of course.
And that's what people were saying in 2003 when they were like, "Oh man, you're going to get this 100 series. I want the old 3F. I don't even in the pre-facelift 80 series because I don't even trust the overhead cam model. I want the tractor motor one because I don't like it's proven, right? Like Toyota is the one that bucks this trend.
Should we call this old Lexus versus new Lexus? Is that what we call this episode? Let's let the what's in
middle-aged Lexus versus new age
audience engagement, guys. Like, let us know in the comments.
Curious.
Ping us. I want to hear if you have it. Also, if you have another year that we're completely missing, if you're breaking the difference.
Like I would hear 96. Right?
Yeah,
I would hear 92, 93.
Sure. That those are all defensible. But I'd be curious. Like, do you guys think 2012? The early 2000s Lexus is peak Lexus, or are we talking a more modern design? I kind of want to hear the feedback. It's easy to say like, well, look at how many of these. My list is all cars you can go buy right now, running and driving, millions of examples.
Sure.
And then I'd be curious. 2018 still like it's only like 8 years ago, so we can't really. There's no longevity studies, but I'd be curious to see like down the road how many of these things like we know the nav screen and tech is going to be horrible, and the driving assist stuff is going to be.
You know what? But all that shit, as unusable it is from a 2003 Lexus product, it still works. You hop
Yeah.
in an you hop in an '03 RX, all that shit still works.
Modern cars are built at such a more like under scrutiny price point. I feel like these cars from the '03 era, especially, and you feel it like we talked about our '93 ES300. The build quality of that car is not what you're going to find in a entry level car today. So it's like,
and that would be one. Honestly, that would be one. The XV10 ES, I think, is such a strong argument on why I considered picking 1992.
Such a good car.
1993, because it was those cars are so well built.
The OS 400
and the new ones
are
too, and 03 was as well. Is 2024, 25 built that way? I don't think so.
Doesn't look like it's going that way.
It doesn't feel like it. It's a post-COVID world, and the whatever bat soup or whatever. Like,
just listen to Fauci. I heard he's telling the truth now.
Yeah, exactly. I heard about it on Infowars, the new one. The
you heard it from the gay frogs.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah. And we don't mean French people.
Do we not?
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Can you say that with 100% certainty?
No, I need to have a cigarette in my mouth.
Garçon. All right.
Yeah. Boy. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do next. Maybe we'll do next Peak Renault. Fuego Turbo. Final answer.
Yeah, there it is.
You wanna
yeah, let's segue out of this shit.
Let's God damn it.
Let us know though. I'm curious.
I would like participation on this one.
I want to hear the audience feedback too. Who's closer to the pulse on this one? Because this is by far the largest delta.
Yeah, and which is good. It makes for far better discussion when we we agree again.
Well, that's the problem, because we picked an OEM this time that actually has been successful across a broad spectrum of years. Let's do the automotive print ad quiz game show, because sir. You tried to hit me. You tried to trick me up with some weird shit. You know what's funny?
Fight it off. You cranked it over the wall.
I forgot about the 1.7. The one I looked at didn't have that motor, but yeah, the De Tomaso.
Yeah, because later they put the 2.2 Chrysler motor in it.
Of course they did. Yeah. That was in everything.
But for like a year and a half or whatever.
I'm going to get you something. Before you introduce the game, I want to just put you in the mindset. This is probably a 3 out of 10 difficulty.
You said that. God damn it. You
Go ahead, introduce the game, please.
Okay, so now that my blood is boiling, because every time he says it's a layup, I manage to audibly shart myself.
It's a you problem, bro.
In lieu of getting the answer to our print ad quiz game. Now, the way this works is, and I'm going to give a segue while we're doing this, because I didn't mention what I was drinking this morning. I've gone to Flavor Town, and I've got Guy Fieri's apple pie a la mode Waterloo sparkling water, which is a goddamn shame that it took me this long to mention it. But that aside, while I sip my water and prepare for what Chadwick is going to throw my direction, is our print ad quiz game. Quite simple. Chadwick has found an ad from some sort of print publication from the 80s, 90s to the mid 2000s. He's going to read the type copy from this ad whilst redacting anything overly identifying from the copy. Brief description of the ad at hand. He'll read it. I will then get 10 minutes and 3 guesses to try and figure out the make, model, and approximate model year of the vehicle this ad is discussing. There's going to be notes about ABS and how many sick children you can fit in the back seat.
Wind tunnel shit.
And definitely some computerized wind tunnel activation. And I will have to see through that or read into it to figure out what we're talking about here. Please play along at home. It's a lot of fun. And I'm prepared to be embarrassed. Oh, he's got his reading glasses on. It's getting serious. What do you got for me, sir?
So I have donned my spectacles because the ad quality is fucking horrendous. Great advertisement, though, my friend. So we have a 2-page spread. Vehicle, 80% of this advertisement is an image of the vehicle in a science laboratory. Circa 1800s with a huge electrode shooting a lightning bolt into the top of the vehicle. It is so fucking cool. Wow. Mad scientist in the background. The only thing that ruins the time period is the fact that he's A, the vehicle, B, he's on a fucking computer.
Oh wow. Okay.
Bear with me.
Sounds like a GM ad.
An experiment gone horribly right.
Oh,
this is
good ad. Good ad. I'm already into it.
Okay, cool. So let's hope we're into it because I can fucking read this blurry ass.
It already
It's
feels like
so
a GM
bad,
ad.
dude. It's so bad. Okay, so it says somewhere between the 18-inch alloy wheels
Oh, wow.
and those monster dual exhaust, things get out of hand. It could
Okay.
have been the 260 horsepower engine
Okay.
or center mounted gauges,
Hmm.
maybe the aluminum pedals or
Okay.
race inspired interior.
God damn it,
One,
you. Interior?
is that my main showing, buddy? One thing is certain in the end, it was a whole new level of blank. Introducing the blank.
Golly. Okay. First off, immediately it reeks of General Motors.
How dare you, sir?
Instantly.
The gods at Chevrolet
My concern is okay,
resemble that comp.
center mounted gauge cluster, 18
Whatever
inch
that means.
alloys, 260 horsepower
Mm,
is just a kick in the turbocharged Ecotech junk.
rude.
But I would reflexively want to say Saturn Ion Redline. However,
Mm,
I think the Saturn Ion Redline only ever got the supercharged Ecotech. Never saw the turbocharged Ecotech because it went away, and that motor went into its stablemate, the Chevy Cobalt SS.
mm.
Um, so that feels right. I don't remember if that also, like its stablemate, had a center gauge cluster. I thought that was Saturn trying to be Saturn.
Just trying to say, bro.
Um, and this doesn't read like it's a Solstice GXP coupe,
Mm.
although I suppose it could be
Okay.
dual exhaust,
Ooh.
which could be tricky because I think it's like a single muffler dual exit exhaust on the Cobalt. I don't think it's true duals, but adds, as I learned last week
Monster
or
dual
week
exhaust.
before. Um, yeah, let's just talk about the period that this ad was in, right? Monster cable, monster energy, monster garage, very, very monstrous.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna say this is a 2006 Chevrolet Cobalt SS. Final answer.
That's not the experiment that went right this
Okay.
time.
Okay. All right. Um,
How may I help you, sir? Great
trying
car,
to
though.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if
Great
I'm
fucking
reading
car.
overly. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so we had aluminum pedals,
Yes.
18-inch alloys,
Yes.
monster dual exhaust.
Monster kill.
Exactly.
260 horsepower engine.
Correct. No note on drive wheels or transmission.
Race inspired interior.
Fair. Um,
It's a whole new level of blank.
bullshit. Um, I don't think I'm wrong about the ion thing, but that would be the center. I'm just gonna. And if I'm stepping on my own dick, I'm stepping on my own dick. But I'm gonna
Good
say this
Lord.
is, let's just say, yeah, 2000 monster dick even. Um,
Monster dick.
it's not the whatever. Oh 05 Saturn Ion Redline. Final answer.
Slightly below average dick. Unfortunately, ever so slightly saves from foreskin. We are not talking about the Saturn
Okay.
Ion. And you were originally correct. You only got a supercharger with that, which I
Okay,
think
that's what I
peaked at
thought.
220 horsepower, I believe.
Right. Yeah, not the same car. So okay. I'm either just wildly wrong about everything, and it's not a turbocharged Ecotech, which I swear is 260.
You have almost no, the supercharged ones were like
No,
220 something.
sorry. No, I meant turbocharged.
Yes.
It's not a turbocharged. It didn't say turbo anywhere though,
You're
which is my worry.
no, you're shooting your shots too quick here. You need to pace yourself, young man. It's 6:40 left on the clock. You have one
Dual
guess remaining.
exhaust.
How can I help you?
260 was not enough for your front wheel drive V8 GM stuff. So no like Bonnie GXP, no Impala SS, no Buick Lucerne Super, which I saw one of those on the road the other day. Do you know how to tell on those?
How?
On the fenders, you know how on the Buicks they like to put the little portholes, the
Mhm.
like the
Each one
trim with the little
represents a
portholes.
cylinder, by the way.
Yeah. So when you see you got four on the fender,
That's a V8. I
yeah.
love it. That's one of my
So I
favorite.
saw one of those.
And all Maseratis had this
I'm
similar thing,
really
but they were all
using my
six.
time wisely.
Yeah. What do you got?
Yes. Um, I
5.5
don't.
minutes.
I mean,
How can I
could
help you?
this be? I'm thinking, like, could it be?
He wants to talk it out. Let's
Could
go.
260 could also be like an Acura TL
Okay.
Type S?
Can I help you with the country of origin?
Yeah. Why don't we
You
do
only have
that?
one guess left, so I want to help you, man.
Yeah. Yeah. What you got?
This automaker hails from Japan.
Okay. Okay. Um. Hmm. 260 horse. This and that. True dual. So it could be okay. So back to my accurate kick. Or Honda.
Mm.
I mean, this could be a what is that? The seventh gen Accord with the 3-liter six. So call it like a 2003 Accord V6. Not necessarily a 6-speed, but that's the one you want.
Mm-hmm.
EXV6. It could be, which I think was 26. Was it 260? No, it was 240.
The ad doesn't say it, but this car, another hint, could certainly be had with a 6-speed manual.
Right.
Just so you know. Little bonus.
So yeah, so it could be. I mean, that's what I was thinking before with an Acura, because of the if it actually has fucking dual exhaust, that could be a like an '05 TL, which was 260. I don't remember if that was the Type S spec or just the standard. Because you can get, I think the Type S is the only way you can get a 6-speed in that car.
Mm.
Or this could be like a CL. I don't think the CL got true duals though, but like an '03 CL Type S, which was 6-speed. That's the only year you can get a 6-speed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. You know what? It did. It did have true dual exhaust, and that, you know what? I'm gonna shoot that shot because I like it better as far as the horsepower with that 3.2 CL Type S more than like the '05 TL, which I think was more like 270. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to say this is a 2003. Oh, God, it reads like such a GM ad, doesn't it? 2003 Acura CL Type S. Final answer, boob.
That is not the car we're talking about.
Oh, man.
You made the right call because the TL Type S in '07 and '08 went up to like 286 horsepower.
Right.
So that's when it had that jump. These 260
but in '05
is right. It'd
Yeah.
be I think it would be like exactly 260. So that number's right. But
Is
there's
it that
something
same year TL?
It is not. This
Okay.
so
What am I
this
missing?
car, that line I said twice. In the end, it's a whole new level of blank. Remember that line? It's because this is a special trim. The first time they ever had the special trim of this car. This is an '05 Ultima SER.
Oh, shit. Okay.
260 horsepower,
All right.
18-inch
Yeah,
wheels,
yeah.
6-speed manual.
It's interesting because it's certainly That was the one thing that was throwing me off and pushing me a little bit more towards
What an ad.
what a
Dude,
bitchin' ad.
A bitchin' ad. Cool
Um,
fucking car. I think this is an absolutely
I
slept on
know.
car.
They're hard to find in that manual though.
They're
Almost
hard to
all of them
find,
are the autos.
not
And when you
murdered
do,
out.
they're whooped.
Dude,
There was that one I sent you a link to a while ago where it was like
so
it's
beat.
an auto, but it was like, whatever. Headlights were all misaligned and it, had like every warning light on.
I think a clean 6-speed one of these I'd take with like 130, 150,000 miles would be a fucking cool. That would be a daily. That would be a cool daily.
Yeah.
That's
well,
a
that
good
was
motor.
like that was throwing me off and why I didn't love the CL or even the TL answer.
Right, horsepower.
Well, no, like with the CL, yeah, that's
You
what I mean.
were.
Like, but the ad felt far more sports trim, which is
Mhm.
why I was thinking like Cobalt SS. Wait, those have a fucking center gauge cluster?
What does?
The Ultima?
Yeah.
Like, just like the pods.
Oh, yeah, that's what it means. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like a 350Z.
That's what I was thinking, like the Ion Redline. But I was like, but it didn't.
So I thought, yeah, I get what you mean, the instrumentation, but
right,
the cluster,
the whole
so
fucking
what is
cluster,
the
like
actual,
the Toyota
what did
Echo.
they say again? They said,
because it's like a little the little triple binnacle thing, like a Z car throwback.
center
right?
mounted gauges. Yeah, so it doesn't say center mounted gauge cluster. It says center mounted gauges, like a 350Z, which would lend it to Nissan.
Yeah,
I think these are cool. I think they look good too. I think it's a good looking car. It's subtle, but it's
what
like
colors were those? I swear they're all charcoal gray.
they're all gunmetal. This one in the ad was bright
I think
silver,
they did red,
black, a lot of black, and I think red's rare. But I think you had red on the interior too. Like it had like an interior reddish mix of the black.
like the Sentra SERs of the era.
It's special Nismo gauges on the gauge. It said it's not Nismo. It said SER.
It's what happens. It's what happens when you drop the hey, it's a 3 out of 10.
Dude, I'm sorry, bro. I thought you were going to jump over this one too. Right at the end, it's at 05, so it's right at the end of our legality, if you will. A little old for your taste.
I'd say even 06. You can stretch to 06.
Yeah, you can. But this was I think this is a slept-on car.
Yeah. Did you ever been stretched in 06? Or was
it's been a bit
earlier.
I celebrate all years of stretching.
Exactly.
Good job.
Get
I got you twice in a row now, Frank. I'm gonna have to.
No, I barely limped the plane last quiz, where I was like, it's not this.
The timer
car, but
ran out like 30
anyways.
seconds, but yeah, we'll go with it.
Well, honestly, the real battle is what's the superior Lexus year. So that's the fight that counts.
I want to.
That's the one I want to hear. I want to hear from the penis gallery.
Well, let's celebrate with some PCP. Is that a fair thing to say?
We should do just absolute immoral amounts of PCP.
Yeah, and if my DEA agent, what's his name, Jeffrey, if you're listening, we're talking about Project Car Progress, not hard drugs again. Mm-hmm. How about what have you done, Frank? What the hell have you done, dude? Because we had that catch up fleet episode. I want to hear some progress.
We did. I've made no progress on anything that I own. So as I mentioned last sode, this one tiny fucking moth keeps like flying in front of my face. Yeah.
He's trying to Mr. Miyagi it with his fucking fingers.
Exactly. I need chopsticks.
This is why you watch the YouTube plug.
Yeah, so you can see me like vor a tiny insect like into my mouth. So, per last episode, my CT, my daily, is on loan. So they're staying at my parents' house. I've lent them for a month. I've lent them my CT 200H. I've been just driving whatever, and my parents just went out of town. So their daily, which is something I sourced for them not quite a year ago, is I think one of the most underrated dailies available.
Okay.
It is a 2012 Ford Escape Hybrid.
Yeah, slept on.
Yeah, I got it. We've got it for like $8,000, I think it was.
Oh, damn.
And then somebody bumped into it, and the insurance, it's not that bad. It's just a dent on the right rear door and quarter dog leg, just a little bit. Insurance totaled it out. They got to keep it, and they got cut a check for like $7,200. So it's a nearly free car at this point. It's every option except it's only front wheel drive. It's not all wheel drive, but it's like the platinum edition with the leather and like Ford Sync nav and heated seats and all the fucking things. And it's a hybrid, so it's getting like 34 miles a gallon.
Epic, dude.
And it's got 57,000 miles on it. And so I was just like, you know what? Like, I don't have a back window in the S2000 right now. I'm going to borrow their car. And before they left, my mom was like, hey, if you can deal with this while I'm gone,
Uh-oh.
I went to the supermarket and I shut the passenger front door and the glass just went thump and fell into the door.
Ford stuff.
Right. Window regulator. Not a big deal. So I was going to like, okay, well, it's just open to the air. They're leaving the country for a week. Let me just get the part and I'll just knock it out today. I'm not getting rain anytime soon, whatever. So I called the local parts joint, a doorman window regulator, $100. Okay. And, whatever.
If you need it now,
I go on Rock Auto, I can get that same doorman one on there. And again, we are not yet sponsored by Rock Auto.
$14.80.
No, but it was like $38.
Okay.
And then but I can get an OEM Motorcraft one it was like $74.
Oh, no brainer.
So at that I'm like, and it would take like 4 days to get here because I was ordering it on a Friday and it was going to be there on Thursday. So 4.5 business days. Okay, fine. So I just did that. I also at the same time ordered more Motorcraft parts and added it to my cart with the plug wires for the Focus that I discussed and have not still, because I'm a sadist, have not put the plug wires in. But I did a window regulator. So pull the window out, put it all back together, up and down. It is really, really, really nice to just use some OEM shit.
Dude, isn't there a special feeling like for
so
GM
nice.
when you buy like AC Delco parts and you're like, I'm fucking doing it right.
I know, right?
It's such a good...
And like AC Delco then just makes like dog shit quality parts for like a Toyota or whatever.
Or the oil filter on the Lexus, like putting a Lexus Toyota oil filter on. Like there's something special.
Yeah.
Even though the aftermarket,
because I'm not like swapping the motor over and like, drilling out rivets or like slotting shit to get it to fit, or just like rubber mallet sending something in because it's off by like 1/4 of a millimeter and you just got to get it to fucking fit.
OEM baby,
or whatever. And like it came with like all the fasteners. I didn't need any, but they're just there.
Dope.
And like the OEM one, like the threads that hold the window regulator to the door shell are copper, and the rest isn't. And on the aftermarket one, it's like they're not specifically making these studs copper for whatever the OEM reason was. Galvanic corrosion, who knows? The aftermarket one's like pot metal, right? Like it's just whatever.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, put it all back together. And then I just been borrowing the car, which is again because it's a Mazda engine, and then Ford licensed all the hybrid tech.
So cool
from Toyota. And then it's like Ford cheap ass parts around it, but they're cheap and the parts are free.
Yeah,
and ubiquitous, and it's easy to work on. So it's great. So I've been driving it this week.
Perfect daily. Perfect daily.
Unbelievable daily. I'm getting like 33 and change mile per gallon.
Good stuff.
It's not as good as the CT, but
nothing is really.
Yeah, right. But it's for what it is, for a compact to mid-size SUV, and that second gen Escape doesn't look awful.
Better
like
than
the
the
generation
first.
and third generations do. I think it's kind of square and butch and whatever. So, and family hopped in, did it, and like, hey, let's go. So we drove to like where we're going, and my wife goes to get out of the car, and she's like, hey, I can't get out. I forgot to put the fucking
the little metal
cable. I forgot to put the clip back on the for the handle. I was like, God damn it! So I got to take me 15 minutes, but I take the trim panel all apart.
Well, you threw away that plastic wrap with the black tar on it, right? You always throw that out of the way first thing, so you'll be able to get in there. I use it
as like really head high causing rolling papers. Actually,
I thought you were going to use it as toilet paper, which would have been even more painful.
Funny you say that. Not on this car, but when I had my white 87 4Runner, I did the regulator in the rear lift gate that has the glass, because the moving glass goes up and down. And when I took the trim panel off, somebody had replaced that moisture barrier and just taped in the plastic cutoff from like the 32 count mega roll Charmin. And they just cut that and they just like taped it back in, and that was the moisture barrier. So I was like, yeah, they literally used toilet paper wrapper material. So yeah.
So what's How
about you?
We just talked about Lexus. So I'm going to talk about our ES300 tag team.
Yeah,
car.
more Lexus.
So I replaced that coolant temp sensor. It took care of the idle, right?
Yeah.
Did spark plugs and wires. Made the idle even better.
Oh boy.
Then it came back, Frank.
Oh no.
It came back. We have some genuine issues. So tracing it back to the AFM. So this is
Yeah, we were surmising that initially.
these are fucking weird. So these first years of the ES300 use an AFM, not a MAF. So
Yes, flapper
the
door
thing
boy.
is, if you look at it, if you look at where the MAF would house, there's the two screws, and you'd pull out the MAF and clean it like you do with every other vehicle from that era and onward for quite a bit. A lot of vehicles
yeah.
were still
It's
using
not a hot
MAFs.
wire. It's a different. Yeah.
Yeah. This
Bill
is
Bosch style.
this is interesting because it has the two screws.
Okay.
But it's all soldered in place. So if you pull that, it'll actually disconnect all the soldered points.
Rip.
So why the fuck Lexus? That is like, and it's often, if you get on the forums, it's like one of the things. And in my video, I even mentioned it because I knew that myth or that I knew that rumor that like a lot of people fuck these cars up by doing that. And it does happen. Like mechanics that are used to cleaning MAFs will pull it out and be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, fuck.
I did notice that the wax on the top didn't match the other photos I looked at online. So at one point in this vehicle's history, so I saw that, I'm like, oh, fuck. Like it's a different color wax. I'm like, someone's been in here. So I saw little like screwdriver marks on the thing. I'm like, no. So I go in there and it looks like someone had obviously done that. They soldered the points back, but the solder job was pretty shitty. And apparently I've read that no one's ever been able to successfully fully repair it. Like they still have intermittent issues. So I stripped everything down, cleaned the old solder, and I'm talking, my vision is horrible up close. So I had a magnifying glass. I'm in there with my soldering, like my electronic soldering iron, and I'm trying to like just make it perfect. And I thought I got it. And I go to start the car. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, we are fucked. So I get online and I have options. I can roll the dice and buy a used AFM. Condition unknown.
Yeah.
Who knows if someone didn't try to clean the MAF out of it, right?
Well, now you know the trick.
Right, but I couldn't save it, and if someone already fucked with it, I can't save it.
So I'm curious. We have a lot of the service records on that. Have you thumbed through and see if somebody was like?
I didn't see it. I didn't see, and it could have been one of those things where they had the idle issue, and someone thought just clean the MAF. And when they pulled it out, they're like, oh
God, oh fuck. I'm not telling anyone about this shit. They just put it back together. Yeah.
Right. And they soldered it enough. So it was working, but intermittently, right? It never ran right.
Right. Especially it's aged now. This could have been done 12 years ago.
Sure. And everybody said it's a thin strip of solder, so it breaks anyway over time. It's a horrible design. When they went to the MAF, it was so much better, like the modern MAF setup, well, modern-ish MAF setup. So when I fixed that coolant temp sensor, that was definitely an issue. That thing crumbled in my hands. That was making it worse. It wasn't as bad, but it still wasn't not passable. So I get online and I'm like, I'm not buying a used one. I'm not going to pay $150, $175 for a used AFM. So I think I found a reputable rebuilder, OEM.
Okay.
I think it was like, unfortunately, it was like 200 and change. So
better
ouch.
150 for something that's like deeply questionable.
Better. So I get it in. It looks great. Like, man, this must have come out of a low mileage car. Everything looks, first thing I check is the screws. I'm not going to open it, but I look to see if there's any screwdriver. Nothing. I'm like, excellent. The wax, same color as all the other ones online. I'm like, we're in a good spot. Exact same model, same year. That didn't matter if it was manual or automatic. I also did that research because you never know with some of these cars. So not like the windshield wipers too, right? Like manual, automatic. So I put it in the car, and it's kind of a little bit of a dick to get it in there, get it wedged in there, plug the MAF back in, and I'm like, oh my God, please God, crank it, perfect, goes to idle, holds idle. I'm like, gave it some revs, perfect, no surging, nothing. It was our AFM that was bad. I mean, the coolant temp sensor was helping. The plugs and wires actually cleaned it up. I got to tell you, the plugs in there, the points were like down to nothing. So like everything I've done is in the right direction. This sucks that I had to do this. Yeah, but we caught it. This could be a diagnostic nightmare. If you brought this to a shop that didn't know shit.
Yeah. Or if somebody had like just put it together better or more convincingly.
Right. You could have been it absolutely bricked somewhere, right? Yeah. Like not the good bricked.
Or you would have just not bricked up. But like my FM's completely caked up. But no, like it's interesting. Sometimes you catch them and they're easy, and sometimes they're like my fucking focus.
You could
and they should be easy and they're not.
I could see a shitty mechanic going after like the ECM, PCM with issues like this, like the inability to idle correctly, and like
we've talked about that before. How so many people will just reflexively jump to it needs a computer.
Yeah, it needs an ISC, needs an IAC, needs a, any kind of throttle control unit, needs a fucking ECM.
Parts cannon.
But I was lucky to score that one. I got a good deal because some of them go to like $350, $400 for OEM remanufactured. And then I wasn't even going to roll the dice on a fucking aftermarket one, right? Like, no goddamn way on a car like this. So we have a really clean one, probably from a lower mileage car in there now, and it runs perfect. Exact
Did you have
match.
to send yours in as a core?
Nope, did not on this one. So I think they probably figured they didn't want that piece of shit because there's no way to recover these things. Apparently, everywhere I read is like you can maybe get it to limp and it'll still have issues, but it will function. That's the best case. No one's ever brought one back. And I just think it's a shitty design. They shouldn't even have those access screws because you can't even pull it out. It's only serviceable from the wax ring. So no, and I mentioned it in the video, and then it doesn't, and then it stops fucking up. But anyway. Big update on the Lexus. So now
fabulous.
We're doing good, man. Your boy Diagnostic Chadwick was on the case, and
there you go.
ES300 is running so good, dude, right now. So like you thought it ran okay before. Wait till you get in it now. It's so good, dude. It's so smooth. It's so smooth. But yeah, that's all I got, man. PCP.
Good. Great. Yeah, what we're done?
Should we close it?
We should.
Fuck it.
We should.
This part where we
thanks.
Say, yeah, absolutely.
I suppose. Thanks for putting up with our nonsense. If you want to stalk me digitally, that's at the Photographer's Garage. You can do that. We also have a Patreon that we do.
Oh.
It's not a lot of pay, but it's a little Patreon. And that's patreon.com/APApod. And it unlocks a whole extra episode a month ish. And we talk about way more deeply unhinged bullshit than we do here, believe it or not. And we probably because we're getting liquored up after like the most raw cut shit imaginable. And that's the only thing we use our Patreon money for, is to do just that. So check that out. Be a supporter if you wish. That would be much appreciated. Otherwise, we'll just see you here again. No pressure. We're not a high pressure sales team here.
No, of course not.
As our Patreon subscriber count will attest to. Chadwick,
if
people want to track you down for purely benevolent reasons. Where did they do that?
Well, that's a shame. I invite all challengers. It's Auto Obscure Garage on YouTube mostly. Rescues, restorations, and reviews. Lexus ES content's been good. Xterra timing chain stuff coming up, unfortunately, soon. But again, we're on YouTube. I want to mention that too. So go ahead, jump on there, subscribe, leave some comments. Frank, get in the comment section on our YouTube. You got to see. We actually get a lot of awesome commentary, which is great to see. I like that we're engaging people even on a video format. So it's kind of it's super cool. And I appreciate you guys for listening and watching. And we look forward to the next time.
It's been swole.
As always,
2018, superior year.
03.